Today is another difficult day for Nova Scotia, a very difficult day. Unfortunately, we're going to have to report another death due to COVID-19. One death, a person in their 70s, has died at home. On behalf of all Nova Scotians, I want to extend my deepest sympathies and condolences to the family and friends of that individual. More bad news, unfortunately. We are reporting officially 227 cases today. That's 227 more infected people, mostly in HRM. And it is a sign that, of course, the variants are still very much on the move across our province. Add to that is there is still more than over 200 other cases that still need to be entered, that are positive cases sitting to be entered into the system. Our system is still catching up, but we will continue to have, obviously, high numbers for the next several days. If you've been tested and are waiting for your results, please stay isolated to stop the spread. We have to assume the variants are in every community of our province, and we need to stop that spread. That means we have to stop our movements. We have to do what we did in the first wave. I'd say even more than we did in the first wave. And today we are locking down with even more tighter restrictions. Effective 8 a.m. tomorrow, our border becomes even more closed for the whole month of May. That's no coming in and out unless it's absolutely essential. If you bought a house and are moving here, you'll have to wait. If you have a closing date, you'll have to do that virtually. If you want to spend your summer here or go to a summer home, you cannot do that right now. Delay your trip. If you're an essential service worker, of course, and you have a medical, legal, or childcare commitment, that's the only exception. If you are a snowbird or a student returning to your permanent residence, you can come home, but you must still follow the protocols, including proving that that's your status. And there will be penalties if those are lying or if they have falsified documents. You can be fined the $2,000. Please stop looking for loopholes. Please stay away to slow the spread. For retail, we're tightening up again with our retail. We're limiting our shopping patterns. So businesses are asked to stop selling products that are not essential. Essential products include groceries, pharmacies, and the needed hardware that you need to repair something in your home. Also, pet supplies are needed. Of course, we need to feed our pets. Do not travel between communities. This is really important. We've put strict parameters around this. There's a specifically legal to stay into your municipality, but don't use the loopholes. An example, in HRM is a big municipality. We had to draw the line somewhere, but you shouldn't be, if you're in Timberley, for example, you shouldn't be going downtown to get anything that you need. If you're in Dartmouth, stay on that side of the bridge and go to a grocery store or a pharmacy if you need something. Stop looking for loopholes. Police can stop you and fine you $2,000 if you're outside. And if it's not urgent, do not shop in person. And Dr. Strang will have more to say on that, but like the last previous wave, you should be going out on your own if you can pick one person in the household to do that, and go out infrequently, whether it's once every couple weeks ideally, or once a week to get what you need. Shop online, buy local, use takeout and curbside pickup where possible. Just a word on rotational workers, and I want to thank those rotational workers who travel in and out of this province, supporting their families. I know it's difficult work, difficult to be away from your families at times, and you are following strict protocols with modified isolation, and we do have a very good compliance. But there are a number of sites that are deemed hotspots across the country, and we do have workers going there. I know people see flights that are coming in, and that includes those. We don't have essential travel coming in, but obviously people have to come home when they're working in different provinces. Some places have that state of emergency, like Fort McMurray, for example. So we do need to tighten up for the month of May, just to take that extra step. So effective immediately, if you are a rotational worker and you're based in a declared hotspot, and you want to come home on your days off, you will need to self-isolate for 14 days completely away from family and friends. For the month of May, there will not be a modified isolation. It is a full quarantine. On schools, it's not a surprise. Schools will definitely remain closed for the rest of May at least. We'll reassess at the end of the month to determine whether students can go back in class in June. I want to take this moment to thank all the teachers that are working really hard with their students over a computer screen and of course parents that have that extra burden of having their kids and helping them learn at home. I know it's not easy, but I've been checking in a lot with the Minister and Deputy Minister about how things are going, and I'm hearing it's going well. A special shout out to those teachers teaching kids in grade 1 and 2. I know this is a critical time to teach them how to read and equipping our young people for the future. Also to students, it's a very difficult time, but keep up the good work. We're very proud of you during these challenging times in learning at home. Daycares, we've had limited capacity at our daycares, and I want to thank our early childhood educators who continue to stay open so that our essential workers continue to work and have a place for their children. I know that you're on the front line, and I want to thank you very much for the work that you're doing over the course of this third wave. These restrictions are in place to protect our province and all of you. It's absolutely critical that you follow them, or we won't get through this third wave together.